Well, first let me thank you guys for coming here and inviting me. Thank you for your time, very much. This co-host, they are wonderful, they let me use this room on a regular basis. So why are we here today? What is this? I understand we have Fuel Our Power. Who wants to start? What is Fuel Our Power?
Well, so Fuel Our Power is just like the name says, it's the one and only Mediterranean lifestyle plan. So it is more than a meal plan, it's more than a workout plan, it is a complete lifestyle plan to address all those issues to help, to get you to health and wellness. So, you know, it started from Josh here, Coach Josh of Coach Corbett LLC. He posted a sample Mediterranean menu for his clients, and Farhad and I said, hey, we serve Mediterranean food, so if they don't have time to make all that, we can make it for them. And because when we say Feast of Persia, we're referring to the Persian Empire, which stretched towards the Mediterranean, and it's got grilled food, vegetables, things like that. So we met with Josh and we said, what do we need? We need a nutrition expert. We found Catherine from Nutrition Reset, that is a expert not only in nutrition but with an emphasis on the Mediterranean diet, and she can talk a little bit more about that. And then we said, well, how are we going to make sure that people aren't just losing weight and losing inches? How do we make sure they're actually getting healthy? And here comes Nurse Nikki from Lyndsay Health.
That is fantastic. Everybody come together, and we're all Lakeland people. They all service Logan, Polk County.
Yep.
Let's start over here. Who do we have?
So I'm Catherine with Nutrition Reset. I focus a lot on Mediterranean diet with my clients, anything from one-on-one to group classes. But the thing with Mediterranean diet, if you're not ready to fix a lot of problems and feel better, don't go there.
What's the name of your company?
Nutrition Reset.
Nutrition Reset. And you're local here.
I am.
And you have customers here.
I do.
And how do people contact you individually?
I am on the web. I have a website, nutritionreset.com. I got Facebook page, Instagram, all those fun things. I do stuff with the Children's Museum a couple times a month, year round.
How did you get into Mediterranean yourself?
Mediterranean, myself. That's a good question. Years ago, I found out I was hypoglycemic, and that changes how you eat, similar to how diabetics have to change the way they eat. But I grew up with a lot of farmers and gardeners, and once you come through your rebellious 20s, you realize that what you grew up eating, which was out of the garden, everybody growing their stuff, you felt better. And so when you take a look back, that's what I noticed was, okay, you don't have as much green stuff and real things in your diet that you grew up eating, and it gave me an appreciation for encouraging people to do the Mediterranean diet, which is also considered anti-inflammatory, which is where most of our illnesses and diseases and just downright not feeling good, it comes from the inflammation. Most people have credited to arthritis, but it's also heart disease, diabetes, it goes on and on and on. And so many things can be improved with just tweaking it, not cutting out complete food groups, and there you have the gist of a Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, it's true. And in my opinion, what you put in is what you're going to get. If you put in good food, you're going to get good stuff out. You put in junk food, you're going to get junk food out. And well, that's fantastic. It just happened to be a Mediterranean expert at that, and you guys just come together?
Yes.
What
it
lucky
was,
shot.
Yeah, a lot of pieces fell into place there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And Coach?
What's
You're
up?
a local guy. Everybody knows you. Is it?
Yeah.
What's your website address?
The website I don't use, so I won't
Okay.
give it. But Facebook, I'm on there. You can find me, Coach Corbett. I have a group page, and so it's like a group you can join called Coach Corbett Virtual, and there is a page that you can follow that I post all sorts of health and fitness tips. And then Outside of that, I'm on other social media as well, but typically if somebody wants to reach me, I just give them my number, send me a text, call me.
What's that number?
863-777-6631.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so you're a professional coach. You
Yeah.
help people get in shape.
Yeah, I've been training since 2019. So I went to Southeastern University and got my kinesiology exercise science degree. I didn't know that I was going to do anything with it, but immediately after I graduated, I went on a trip with my sister, so it wasn't like just hop right into work. I thought I was going to go back and get my master's, but when that didn't work out, I was like, I have to find work. How do I use my degree? So I started doing some group classes at the school, small things, didn't really pay much, but gave me some experience. And while I was door dashing, I got a call from 9 Round Fitness, who's not in the area anymore. They asked me to, well, first I went to interview and I didn't get the job, but then something happened in there where a trainer left and they were like, well, let's call this guy. So I got the job there and within weeks was promoted through other circumstances to manager. So I managed that place for like 2 years, learned a lot about training and decided to get certified. So I had the degree, I had the certification. Things changed in there, got kind of uncomfortable, so I left, and then I got my LLC maybe a year or so after that, so I could do training myself. Last year, I got health coaching certified on top of the other like training certifications and stuff that I had, and learned about metabolic syndrome. And I guess the top way to treat and prevent metabolic syndrome is the Mediterranean lifestyle, based off of what I've researched. So I started posting about it, and that's when she found me. Well, we already knew each other, but she was like, oh my gosh, we could partner on this. I said, that's a great idea. Because if you just do the diet, like just eat that way, there's a lot of complex carbs, which are still carbs. And if you don't use them for activity, then you still might not get healthy. But if you do the entire lifestyle where you're active and you're eating right, that way you can prevent all sorts of chronic conditions. But it took me that whole span from 2019 to early this year to figure all this stuff out. But now it's like that. And we also had a conversation earlier about the blue zones that you brought up out there. I was inspired by that documentary and I was like, whoa, Lakeland is surrounded by different places that grow their own food, whether it's animals or whether it's plants. We could be a blue zone. So that's big picture stuff. That's not like what this is, but I think in the future, this could very easily become one of those places. Like there should be nobody around us that struggles with metabolic syndrome. I answered way more than you asked.
No, I'm here learning, man. I'm learning at the same time. I didn't know Mediterranean food was that different than anything. I know it's better than processed food and the corporate crap, if you will, but I had no idea that the Mediterranean is especially to help you.
Yeah.
And so the Mediterranean diet, does it help you whether you're like obese or if you're just nutritionally deficient?
All of the above.
All of the above. So anybody who may be watching this, no matter what shape you're in, this program that you guys have put together is what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, my name's Nikki McWaters. I'm a nurse practitioner and the owner of Lyndsay Health, Direct Primary Care. So I have a primary care practice where I take care of people who traditionally, my clients self-pay for healthcare. So I opt out of insurance and take care of people on a direct pay basis, which means a relationship between me and my clients without the insurance company being the middleman. So I've been here in Lakeland about a year and was fortunate enough to know these fine people. And so when they started on this endeavor and this challenge, I was super excited that they invited me to be a part of it. There are, just like we were talking about, a lot of health benefits to the Mediterranean diet: cardiovascular, brain health, gut health, overall weight, metabolic syndrome. There's a lot of benefits. So I was excited to partner with them on the healthcare aspect of this challenge.
And so people who join the challenge, you're going to give them nutrition, you're going to give them exercise, you're going to give them food, and you're going to make sure that everything's going right to the plan.
Yeah, we're going to make sure that they're healthy going into it, and that we identify any problems on the front end, and then give them that feedback of how is this impacting your health as you're going along, looking not only at their weight and how they feel physically, but also at their biometric measurements and their lab studies.
So you guys are going to write down they're gonna understand where they started and then see the end results.
Right.
That's fantastic. How do people get in contact with you as well?
I have a website, it's lyndsayhealth.com, and there's contact form on there for me.
And you don't, I mean, you let people self-pay. That's unheard of, isn't it? I don't know too many people that do that.
Yeah, so it's a fairly new movement across the United States. Relatively, it's been around for about 12 years, which is fairly new in the world of medicine. But yeah, it's kind of trying to get back to that patient-provider relationship where insurance companies don't dictate how we take care of our clients or the care that they're allowed to receive and where they can receive it. So it's very refreshing for me as a provider to be able to practice that way, and it's great for patients too.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
That's something right there for me.
Well, there you go.
And Mr. Farid, you're the, I guess you're the muscle.
Well, no, I'm the delicious part. First, I'd like to say I love what you're doing, and I'm totally with you on that, and I'm very proud to be working with you, and everything. I think what you're doing is great for the community, you know. I am so against the insurance and what they do. Anyway. But yeah, no, I mean, we have made slightly different stuff, you know, with our menu. With the help of Catherine, Josh, and Nikki, we added fish in it, which we don't have. We didn't have before. But this is, of course, for the challenge and for the Mediterranean diet. The other stuff are all the same. We did tweak a little bit as far as vegetables, amounts, and everything to make sure everybody still gets full, totally eating, so they don't have to sacrifice and drink water instead to fill out their stomach, but yet get all the nutrition and proper amount of calories and fat that their body needs. So it's a very exciting menu, and they can find it on our website too.
That's
Persia.com.
That is absolutely. So let's get in a little bit more detail if you don't mind. So if someone sees this video and they want to do it, what steps can they start to expect? What's the beginning process? What's the middle? If someone wanna.
Yeah, that's, so basically they need to go to fuelourpower.com, which is a page off of our main website, feastofpersia.com. So one, they can see just the infographics in there of what's included in the whole plan and the challenge. And they can see the menu too. So as far as the delicious part, one of our big things was we don't want people to feel like they're on a diet. So they're eating delicious food. Again, we're not cutting out any major food groups, and they're feeling full. So we had a super fun tasting event. Farhad cooked for us, and we got to taste everything and made sure that it was something that we could feel full afterwards, and also something that they could reheat. So the food, that's one big thing that's different from other meal plans or some meal plans, right? You don't actually have to do any of the cooking. They're ready to heat or ready to eat meals. And so they can see that menu online, and then they can also apply online. And that application basically gets us to do a free consultation with them and to kind of just find out where they are headspace wise, what are their goals, and are they ready to commit to changing their life. And because we are looking for a possible future spokesperson to say, hey, you know what, I went all in and I did the Fuel Our Power program, and this is where it is, and we want to document their journey to health and wellness. So we really are excited for that opportunity. So we will talk to them, and I guess they get to interview us and we get to interview them to see if we're going to be a right fit. And then from there we'll jump on a 30-day challenge. And the 30-day challenge is going to be, again, where they're going to get all their meals from us. So it's 90 meals, 3 meals a day. They get breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole month. They get fitness coaching sessions with Coach Josh. They get nutrition counseling from Catherine, and they get the medical supervision from Nurse Nikki. So they get it all included in the price, which is for this inaugural challenge, 27% off. So all that information's on the website. And on top of that, we'll have prizes for the winners. The goal of this is to kickstart their transformation, so it's not just going to be 30 days. So the prizes is going to be a whole another month completely free, which essentially makes the cost of it half. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So they can contact you guys at any time with any questions during the 30-day challenge, if you will.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. And do they come by every week? You drop the food off? Do they come pick it up?
They're gonna be able to order online.
Okay,
So first thing is that they can pay weekly, so it'll be like a weekly subscription for the whole month. And they can choose, with the counseling of Catherine and with the background information from Josh as far as how they're doing on their workouts, right? They're not just going to be ordering food, they're gonna be finding out what food is gonna fuel their workouts and make sure that they're feeling better. So they're going to order and they can get twice a week delivery of the food, and it's gonna be free delivery within 20 miles of our location at Union Hall. So that covers Winter Haven, Mulberry, Bartow, Auburndale. A lot of
do
parts.
they get a session with like you, or a session with you, or a session with you during the 30 days, or is it all phone call? Do they come to your workout?
Yeah, they would come see me at the location I use, the fitness center in Century Arriva Apartments in Highland City. So they can come to me in a one-on-one, or let's say a few of them come together. I can fit up to 4 or 5 people at the same time and run them through a circuit. Because that's my style of coaching, is circuit training. Combat circuits is what I call it. So they'll be doing a little bit of everything: weightlifting, calisthenics. I include kickboxing if they want to do that, but if not, I understand it's not for everybody, but it's like one of the best ways to get fit. But yeah, they come see me 3 times a week, and then there will be every Saturday in the afternoon there would be a, what do we call, a boot camp. So they get up to 4 sessions a week
Up to 4 sessions a week.
in person.
That's fantastic. Whew. I drive home after working with you.
I hear that a lot.
And so you give like an initial evaluation.
We do a extensive questionnaire in the beginning. That information is shared with Josh and Nikki, and so we can see where they're at, and that's how we figure out our diet, what we're gonna focus on, because some people need a little more protein in their life, and others are already overdoing it and they need more veggies. So we can look at the menu and see what would probably be better choices for them. It also will go over any diseases, illnesses, maybe they've had their gallbladder out or things like that, and that may pose a challenge that we can also address at the same time. And then we meet weekly, and then available by email and phone for any questions while we're going along.
Support.
We do a food journal. I feel like I'm missing something. A lot of contact and keeping up with, because it's you're going all in, so we want to be there for each step of the way. We don't want to wait till the end of the week or 2 weeks later to say, hey, I had this challenge and this challenge. We could have addressed it the day that it came up, because
So you're gonna make sure that the client is ready from all aspects. Make sure
Yes.
they're ready for this challenge, healthy, and then you have something to pose at the end as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Is
way I
there,
see it,
go ahead.
I was thinking they're well guided and well supported. So we have your front and we have your back,
That's right.
and the sides, I guess.
The education that you have, the moral support, is there like blood drawn or anything like that to follow
Yeah, so in the beginning, it'll be essentially a comprehensive physical, just to make sure that there's not anything underlying that's gonna impair your ability to be successful in this challenge, and just making sure that you're ready to undertake a challenge like this. And then initial laboratory studies to see kind of where your starting place was. And then as you go through the challenge, obviously, if there's any needs during the challenge that arise, I'll be there to support those. And then at the end, we're gonna look again at the way you feel, but also those biometric screenings, so blood pressure and weight and heart rate, and also the lab studies to see how it changes things like your blood glucose or your A1C or even your cholesterol levels.
Yeah, I recently had my blood drawn from my doctor. It's a normal thing. You're low on D deficiency, B12. So I know that there's stuff that I would benefit from, just from routine stuff. You know, your blood will get you back up. Well, I think this is fantastic. Have we forgot anything else? Is there anything else that we could say to motivate folks who want to do better for
There is a
themselves?
lot that people are getting over just the price of a meal in here. I mean, that's a great thing to focus on, you know. You go out there, to have a lunch or dinner, you're paying like $20 per person nowadays. I know because we were out yesterday. 3 of us meeting going on.
It adds up
My
quick, doesn't it?
son, literally, and we don't typically do this, but we decided to get pizza. Within 3 of us paid almost $60
Oh, yeah.
for pizza, and we came out with a lot of bad fat in our system, and so for what you get to eat a healthy food, to know how much to eat, what to eat, and get the workout and get the medical backup. I mean,
Yeah,
I think-
it's you guys putting all of your resources together to save them money and make them better.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did you say that the 27% is discounted?
Well, as of right now, it's for the first 5 challengers, so.
The first 5 challengers, so.
While supplies last.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this,
Yeah.
be one of the first 5.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Make that change in your life.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
very
yeah, we should
exciting.
come. That's one.
Yeah, maybe you do because we're looking for sponsors to sponsor the challengers to help them out and help themselves, of course. Gianna, you
Yeah.
talk about the sponsor.
As we talked, we want to document people's journeys, so we are looking for content providers. So, if somebody likes to make reels and take before and after pictures, action shots, we have an opportunity to collaborate with them. We are looking to provide our challengers with a toolbox of success. So water bottles, so that they drink a lot of water, insulated lunch boxes. So we want to be sensitive to people that, okay, they're going to start working out, they're going to start eating right, but they still have a life. They still have to go to work. They're on the road a lot. So we want to address that. Different things like that. So there's an opportunity to get your logo in front of this. We think that, these people, the challengers, are going to be going through a rigorous month of, again, working out and eating right and focusing on their health. So they might not have time to mow their lawn or clean their house. Or they might need a massage after workout with Josh. So there's different opportunities that you can sponsor your services as well. And the beauty of this is, as you can see, it's all about collaboration. It's all about the community. And so we're going to be benefiting each other, and you won't just have one organization promoting you as a sponsor. You're going to have 4, and all of our circles and our networks will be promoting it as well. It's caught a lot of sharing. A lot of people are really excited about this collaboration, so the word's getting out.
That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And so everybody can find the Feast of Persia at Union Hall daily. You guys are there all the time now?
We post on our website or on Google our hours. So we've aligned our hours with the events that Union Hall has. So that way we are available because we are growing business and catering as well, and now with the meal planning. So we want to make sure that we are able to grow with that and still service Union Hall's patrons when they have events. So
That is ideal. That's what I love about our community. Lakeland comes together, everybody helps everybody, no one just takes and takes and takes, but everybody helps give back. This is a wonderful plan. You guys probably started something that you don't know what it's even gonna be yet.
Well, that's what we hope.
That's what we
That's exactly what I see. I see it becoming something that we can't even imagine right now. Nationwide, worldwide, you never know.
No, you never know. It could be something, I don't know, just the more I hear about the Mediterranean, how effective it is for metabolic syndrome, and seeing that we have experts, I'll say experts in the room, everybody coming together to share their information, having the generosity to discount the services to make sure it's obviously it's an investment, so you see the number, you're like, wow, but to think about how much each individual part would cost on its own, there's nothing like this,
That's fantastic, yeah. So you have a press release. People go to Feast of Persia to see the press release and get more detail, more information.
yep, feastofpersia.com or fuelourpower.com. They can easily go to both of them.
Wonderful. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the first 5 or 6, 10 graduates that you guys had. See the before. Come back here, have an episode, and celebrate it if you guys don't mind.
Looking forward to help them
That
out.
sounds
Wonderful.
Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
Have
having
a
us.
fantastic day.